and everything.
Hey, look,
I don't know, man.
I had to do that for y'all. I did 3 separate videos, right? Just so cause they keep copyrighting all my shit when I play music in a car, right? But like, man, sometimes you will put some shit on, you feel me? I don't know where I'm supposed to stop, but you will put some shit on that might be like, you know, for me that was him back in like 2000 and like 1998, I'm sorry. So by me being my own age or whatever, and by that being 98, I was born in 83, that make me what? Shit, 14, 15 years old, right? So like I legit recall riding around to that. What you call it? I almost just went in the wrong lane. Yeah, man. And I was about to spark this fucking demonstration, but I probably, you know what I'm saying? I don't know where the hell I'm at. I'm in like the Badlands. No, that's what my car's called. But anyways, the point is, like, you hear some shit that come on, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just shuffling through like a playlist that I ain't really listening to because I'm on the phone. Because I'm not paying my bill from my other phone because I don't feel like it. And don't nobody call me no way, so what the fuck am I giving these people fucking $250 for? You feel me? It make absolute no sense. I'm supposed to take a left there. So anyways, I took the music and like I made a 3-part, you know, series without me even talking, because really what's the point in talking anymore? It's not like motherfucker got shit to say. I can't say nothing today that I couldn't have said, you know, yesterday, a month ago, that I didn't already say. I mean, I don't know. What I want to sit here and talk about this world being in fucking like some type of but I can't even turn left there. Some type of chaos, right? This world is I legit just almost drove over the fucking median out here. That's crazy. Like I'm up in like legit. I'm like by like I'm past Green Bay, right? So I'm in like I'm in a town called like Marionette, but it's like it's borderline like to Iron Mountain, which I do recall because in Iron Mountain I had I had gone up there when I was living in Michigan temporarily before that bitch broke up with me, but and I know that's why I know why she broke up with me. I should have sent her that little money. Like really, we all have realizations in life, but like actually, nah, I shouldn't have sent her that money. You feel me? Like why would I have done that? If I wanted to do that, right, I would have done that. So like that's why I didn't do that. If that makes sense, you know. Like I think that's pretty plain, right? Like so, like look, I'm gonna tell y'all. So because we're just gonna touch on this. So that girl that whatever, she was like, I mean, she had my age. Like the fuck I was thinking. But I love y'all know I love the fuck out that kid though. I love the fuck out that little baby, man. That girl cool as fuck, man, and gave me inspiration and hope. Look, like, cause that girl gave me inspiration and hope that one day I could be happy or something. This is what I get now. Like, look at the fucking, look at the colors and shit, man. It's so dismal. So dismal that I probably look better than that shit, which is crazy. But look, so what I'm gonna say is this, like, with that girl, straight up, I ain't never spoke on this. And I think she stopped stalking my channel so I could say something, right? But look, that girl when I was in Minnesota for like a year or two, she was young, dude. What was I thinking? Like a 25-year-old wanted to hang out with a 40-something. She was trying to get me to knock her up type thing and then hit me for child support because that's what she already did to some other sucker, right? Little did she know that, like, I'm basically incapable of producing children for some reason. Actually, I have my own theory on that, and I think I've shared it with a couple intimate type people, like friends or whatever. I think I might have told Joanne or something, maybe. But, you know, I fuck with Joanne. So anyways, and that was on the phone. But anyways, as far as anything else, right? Like, so, like, I know why that happened. I might as well just say it. I had a girlfriend when I was like 20. 20 years old, I think. I'm a savage out here. I was like 20 years old, right? And like this is back in like my oh shit, you heard that? That's my tools. This is back when I was like, you know, like living my best life, right? There before like they snatched me up, like this is when I'm at like my peak. Like right about when right about when I met this bitch. Her name was Jessica. She was like, oh shit. Don't burn the car. Don't burn the car. One thing I cannot do is burn the fucking car. Hang on. You're gonna have to bear with me if you want to hear this story. Because I definitely might have just burnt the car. Woo! I think I saved it, Charlie. My God. I'm gonna show y'all when I get out. I almost burnt it. My motherfucking spliff. The cherry fell out because of the window being open. I'm gonna roll that window up real quick. Alright, so look. So I'm gonna take y'all back with me real quick. So this is why I think I've been cursed, right? So I had this bitch out with, her name was Jessica. And this is when I was in my 20s. And I was like commander in chief of my section of whatever I was doing in life. But I had built my enterprise up with all the guys. This is when everyone was still alive too. This is like the days I never talked about on here. And I guess I'm gonna do that right now. Like back in the day, man, I had a motherfucking squad of fucking like brothers that like, man, this motherfucking bond was so motherfucking strong. Now, one of these motherfuckers ever would tell on me, right? Never. Like 4 of them got popped. 4 of my guys got popped. Class X. My homie y'all see me riding with when I'm back in the Chicago area, like my only guy. When that little dude was 17 years old, he caught a class fucking Super X felony. It's 9 to 45. His first case. He's 17 years old. That man stood strong. And he said a word on my name. He knew I was coming to get him. I was there the next morning, bonded his ass out. Got his lawyer. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was just one hit. You know, he ended up doing boot camp. He did we got the Class X reduced, and got that motherfucker to a Class 1 felony. His first time in the penitentiary, he was able to do fucking boot camp. Instead of doing 8 years, he did boot camp. But if he fucked boot camp up like he almost did, he would have done the 8. He would have done 4, I think. Anyways, that's my brother who y'all have seen. That's Johnny, right? Now, one y'all ain't never seen, and my brother who's probably one of those mysterious lights that keep me safe in the world, right? Because my other brother, and he's on my arm, but that's Richie, right? Little Richie, LR, Deco, whatever, you know what I'm saying? We had a million names for that cat, but like, he got hit too. In the same county. When I be telling y'all I shouldn't be out in this county, that's the county I'm talking about. Like, cause like that where we came up. Like, we came up in the suburbs with nothing to do, but like we got money. But anyway, so my homie Deco, Richie, LR, you know, like he's I speak on his family every now and then, being like the family, like the greatest family I never met in my life. Like, these are like God honest, like the greatest people you would ever be privileged to meet in your life. I swear, like on everything. So like, okay, so now with Richie, right? I'm my ace, right? That was my motherfucking ace. I remember he went to school in Kalamazoo, Michigan. I was killing him on the mushroom chocolates. I used to send them bitches like, I used to send my homie up there with like 5,000 of them back in like 2004 or something. So yeah, like I can't be indicted. This shit's already over. Like I'm not worried about anything I say at this point. I'm just talking to my people on here because I'm just talking to y'all. But look, I'm gonna give you a couple stories I feel like talking. I don't have anyone else to talk to, so let's get it. So anyways, look, so my homie Richie, like, I'll pay for his limo, send him up with like 500 or 1,000 chocolates. And this is back in the day when they first dropped. I'm talking about like 2002, 2003. And you know, one thing about the chocolates is when they crack you with them bitches, each chocolate, on average is like 18 to 25 grams worth of chocolate with maybe like a gram and a half, you know, a mushroom in it, right? So like, but thing is, like, they crack you for like 10. That's as good as a Class X in the county I'm from, because that's over 112 grams. That's over a cutie pie. So they gonna hit you with 112 grams if you got fucking 15 candies. So it's crazy. So like, that's how, I don't know, it may be how my boy got like a little like breathing room, and of course it's his first case, but like, y'all, any of y'all think in the back of your head that man, y'all don't know my homie, man. Motherfucker, we don't talk. You know what I'm saying? That's why I always surround myself with solid motherfuckers, cause we don't talk. I can tell you all the bitches on here too, but it's irrelevant. But Dakota, Cody, you're a bitch. He talks to the feds. Anyways, that's it regardless. I'm sorry, I don't even know what I'm talking about. But I'm just saying, like, my homies, we were fucking solid. Like, W, one of the guys, like, we had a falling out, you know what I'm saying? Me and W, but that man was like 100. He came from Aurora, but he was on like more like, he was more like, man, he introduced, I met him at Fish I met him at Fish in like 1998 in Las Vegas. And man, he was just like this Filipino cat, bro, and he didn't belong on Fish Lot almost, because that's hippie shit, right? This thing, he was so cool though, bro. Like, he's like that type of dude like you want around you. You feel me? Because he makes you laugh, and like fucking like, dude's just wild, right? And I had a bunch at the time. They're called Press Melissas. They were just Press Molly pills, and I was getting taxed. I was getting them for 13 a pop. But like, I was dumping them for like a dub, and I had probably sold like 1,000 in the night just because all my friends wanted 50, 100. Like, it was just, you know what I mean? I won 17 of that. Whatever, like, it don't matter, right? But like, that night I met W, and it was because of those Press Melissas. I remember being in Luxor with him and his girl Sonny. Rode back to Colorado with him. That's why I moved to Fort Collins. That dude had a full basement, like fucking like, you know what I'm saying? Like, pretty much the first grow up I ever seen. I think I was like 17, so like a legit like indoor grow up. Like, my homie W was getting it in, and like, turns out he was from the same land where I was from in Chicago, damn near. So like, he would eventually join the squad. You feel me? So like, all these people I'm speaking on, man, they all fall under like the guys of the pyramid. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody up under me was my homie, but they all worked. They all took work. I could get, man, I'm just talking on 3 people. I don't know, but I could get, just between those 3 people alone, that's a 10-pack every week, and I could cut from each 3, and I don't have to worry about like losing my paper. You feel me? And like, Richie was so solid, he'd tell me who he served, so I never had to worry about that paper. Cause I'd check him. He was the only one that was like a little loose, and I'd be like, Richie, tell me about like who you fucking with, bro. I don't need, you know, I'm not gonna serve nobody, bro. You know, I'm in the shadows, bro. I don't want to know. I don't want to know anybody, cause I'm sitting up top. Like, y'all like just feel like love. Y'all family, so serving y'all easy. Like, and all my homies always just want was like, you know, like, they just wanted work. Motherfucker want work, get money. So again, okay, so basically I say that to say all this, like, and I could just go on a bunch of gooey, but I want to talk about this female, right? It's like, at the time I'm getting money like that, right? You know, by the time I hit like six figures or whatever, and that's a lot of money when like you ain't never had money. You know, I come from nothing. That's why I could be so humble sometimes, because I've had zero. Look, there's our drone. I didn't even notice, but he's going to listen or whatever. Like, and I don't even know how it's possible to be in there. But look, I come from absolutely nothing. Like, I came from my OG giving me $20 a week when I was in high school. For lunch money, right? Like, and then I would try to find $5 to buy a fucking 8 to fucking like some 30s or something, like when I was 13. So like I ain't never had money. So like, and them parents, like my folks, they left when I was like 15, 16, 17, 16. But my folks was already divorced. My OG buries this clown from like the fucking like FDA, which is like a government food, thing. So I've had my thoughts about dude. He ain't never liked me. You know what I'm saying? Like, he used to try to take advantage of me being younger and shit. Not like no queer shit, but like try to get tough with me and shit. And like, I wasn't going. One day, like, he always used to be like, whenever you ready. I went to New York and I was like, bro, all that talk, like, let's get it, bro. Let's go outside. Me and Lou. And man, I got escorted by the fucking New York State troopers back to the airport. Got me up out of New York real quick. So I'm just saying, like, it is all just little petty shit, but this is my life. So anyways, like, while this shit's going on, I think, and I was out there for like fish for like Saratoga with Richie. Like, we smoked the first sour diesel when it came out, and it was 60 and 8, 3 grams on fish lot. You're not getting the New York City diesel. You're not getting that sour. The fucking year sour diesel came out, dude. Like, were y'all smoking it the year it came out, or did you smoke it 3 years after it was out? Because I was smoking that bitch when it was $60 for 3 grams of 8. And my homie Richie was so cold-blooded, bro. I promise you, this kid would buy the fuck. He'd be like, yo, I just grabbed some sour, bro. I remember we were at Coventry. It was like 2001 then, maybe. He's like, 4 or something, maybe. He's like, bro, I just grabbed an 8th sour diesel. I'm like, what's up? Let's get high, bro. Let's smoke. And he's like, fuck it. So we hop in like the back of like somebody's pickup truck, and they're just driving us around a lot, right? And fucking, man, Richie's like, yo, rolls up a joint and shit. We smoke it. Keep in mind, it's only 3 grams. When I smoke a joint, I smoke like usually like it's like a gram and a half, whatever. But sour diesel's a little denser, like, you know, not. I mean, it depends, man. It's been a long time, but I'm talking about the real sour. That shit was. You don't want to drink nothing. You don't want to eat nothing. That fucking flavor was. And you know what? Y'all ain't smoke a real sour diesel today. I promise you. Because the people who was cultivating that shit, that was in them fucking New York City high rises. They rent out the whole joint, man. And they ain't doing it no more. And I know some of them people, I'm not going to drop their names. But anyways, all the people with the old school genetics, man, they still got them. They're just not, they're not busting them out. Because these people probably worried about the feds, all this other shit. But occasionally you will find like an old school strain, and it's right. And if you're in the right location, you know it came from so-and-so, okay? Because when you tap in, like, when you're close like that, you know, like, it's like, you know, they say 6 degrees of separation life. That bitch be more like 3 when you're, like, at a certain, you know, like, level of, like, you see that thing just dropped down there? When you're at a certain level of, like, money, when you play with a certain amount of bag and, like, that puts you around a certain type of people, you know, like, the circle gets smaller and smaller, basically. I say that. I got enemies. I got many enemies. I got people got a hit on me. Oh, I'm not worried about that. Whatever. In fact, I caught a case trying to poke that motherfucker. But, he told on me back, and he told on me in Omaha, where I just was. That's that pussy. And then there's another one, another one of these phony dread-headed motherfuckers, Black Vince or whatever. Fuck, I'll put his name out there. Fuck that dude. Anyways, let's get popped with 99 something plants in Cali. That motherfucker talking about like it was a misdemeanor or something. He ain't do no time, man. Didn't nobody hear about nothing about that shit, man. Knock it off. That motherfucker tried checking my pocket saying I owed him 18 bands. I was like, bro, come and get it, man. Granted, I had like and this was at Deer Creek, and he used to be like always on the road, man, right? But like low key, he would like he hang out with all like the we call them the hometown kids, like when you're on tour or something, like you be in all these states, but like when you end up in your city or your state, all your like hometown friends come out, you know, like the kids who don't go on tour, the ones who just come to the show for like 2-3 nights. So like he was with all the hometown kids and shit, and he thought he was gonna be funny and tough, bro. He tried pocket checking me. That mean tapped my pockets, like, said something about some money. Bro, I bing, I punched him dead in his fucking chin and knocked him, like, I ain't knock him out or anything. He's a bigger dude, but like knocked him out like he wasn't ready for that, right? Okay, cool. I got about 120 packs on me, so Jacob, he ran off with them bitches, right? I had him cuffed because I always sell a lot of packs at fish shows. I take a 6 tray and turn that into 120 and turn that bitch into like 6 bands all day. I mean, a little less, but I'm paying $18.5. Back in the day, like, it was incredible what you could do. Like it's a different day now. I don't fuck around anymore. There's a reason, because I know you can't win unless you are like them people who talk. Okay, because anyone I know is dead, first of all. If they're hustling, like, no, they're not. Ain't nobody getting any money that I know, except for a couple people that I ain't going to drop their names because they're still out there. But, like, I know they work with the feds. There's no way you get away with it. I'm 40-something years old. By the time I was 28, I had the DUMAG task force. That's like the DuPage Metropolitan Gang and Drug Enforcement Task Force. It's like a fucking federal. The state cops. They can go to any county, any jurisdiction. Like, I have search warrant for my person, all that shit. They waited, they cracked me at the crib, they fucked me up. I just got married, literally at some point thereafter. Still am married. Her name's Andrea. And Andrea's the girl that hates me. Andrea is my wife in Tucson, Arizona, who I don't never talk to. Like, we try to get a divorce, it just didn't never happen. So, like, I just be like, fuck it, whatever. Ain't nobody fun to marry me. I ain't got nothing for you. So it doesn't matter if we stay married. Like, I mean, she's got technically a Sancho, cause dude's Mexican, but like, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like. I'm still technically married. I got married when I was 27 because, like, I was so ignorant at the time. I thought it would benefit my time in prison because I was finna go on my first bit. Like, there 4 years. Okay, well, I might well get married or whatever. So, like, I don't even want to tell y'all why I left, because I ended up, like, breaking that off with her. Like, I was like 2 years into my sentence, or like a year and a half into my sentence, and I didn't have to do the whole 4 because I got good time credits for my first bit. But like, I mean, when you're gone, like, for a while and sober up and shit, and like, look at people from like that position, and they're out there fucking up. They're just like, they're not doing, like, they're just not living right. Like, they can't even get this done. They fucked that up. And it's just like, you sit in jail and you're just like, oh my God, dude, I have 24 hours a day. Like, and you're on go in jail because, like, you, prison, whatever, you just, your mind, like, you think so fast. Like, not putting anything into your body. Like, since I've been talking to y'all, I came from the little bar thing. I had a drink while I waited for my food. I ate my food. Then I smoked a little spliff right now, and now I'm smoking a square. Look, all that toxic shit I put in my body in like the last hour and a half. Plus, I've been up since 5 a.m. working, and just drove in here. But now look, when you're locked up, you don't do anything. So, like, it's really hard after so long, especially the longer you're gone, like, to hear people, like, and they ain't got it together. You know what I'm saying? I had a girlfriend, Amanda, at one point in my life, and, like, this was like, I think I met her when I got out of the joint the first time, but like, she was also like probably like 10 years younger or something. She ended up doing some dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, while I was on parole, getting a police call to my crib, and I'd already picked up a case fuck, man. I already picked up a case on parole within 3 months. Right hand of God. I got beat up at my cousin's wedding by my own family and shit. But like, that's a whole nother story. That was in 2012 on top of 13. That's why I went away in 15. And I should have been consecutively sentenced while I was on, because I'm on parole and I caught 2 fucking felons. My parole agent was cool as fuck. Like, he's just like, man, that sucks for you. Like, my own family, both times I got fucking like really smoked, they never knew where I was in the world until my uncle called saying his daughter was missing, and he thought she was staying with me because I had my own crib in this town where it was not my crib. It was my crib, but it was in somebody else's name, right? And like, family, I'm trying to help my little cousin out, right? Because like, I fucked with her OG, a Mexican woman who's in Mexico who got deported for six. She had 6 bricks, and fucking my uncle snitched on her ass, right? So like, I speak Spanish and shit, and like, I fuck with I was fucking with an old girl named Lourdes. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was Rob's wife. And fucking, so I fuck with Lourdes, and I be calling her on them little prepaid cards of Mexico and shit, talking to her in Spanish and like entertaining each other and shit. Like, this is right before I got married, but like, I wanted her to talk to her daughter, because like, everyone on my family spit a different story. That my uncle, like, you know, like, what the man, she had a DUI. Nah, she ain't get it. She got a DUI because she took my uncle puss ass to a mess, like, her family party for Feliz Navidad for fucking Christmas, right? And like, so she take him over there, and he supposed to been a designated driver. The motherfucker had some tequila shots and whatever else, and like, man, acted a fool. She had to leave the crib, she said. And then because he was so stupid drunk, right? I mean, think about it. This dude is fucking he called the police on me, etc., etc. He's not like a smart fucking guy, man. He's a fucking little bitch. But most my family is, you know. So if you know, if I ain't spoke on it much ever, like, I'll just kind of speak it out of right now. So look, in name Robin, like, the only reason he got this bitch Lourdes, right? Well, because she was bad as fuck, and she worked at Portillo's, which is like the hot dog joint in fucking Illinois. If y'all fuck with Chicago, you know about Portillo's, right? So like, bam, she's illegal. He knocks her up because he's the manager, right? His stupid ass was like using like that calculator thing back in like the early 90s to talk the translator shit, bro. I didn't speak Spanish at that point, but like, so bottom line, like, you know, like, me being an outcast, me being the one who don't like nobody and everybody don't like me, like, I want to hear her story and shit. And we Facebooked and shit, and man, I get to calling her. She told me everything that went down, like how dude was supposed to drive, stupid ass puking on himself and shit like a little bitch. And then she got to drive, and then coming back into that same county that fucking, I gotta wipe the lens. That same county, though, that I'm telling y'all, like, every time I'm out there, I'm like, I shouldn't be here, the one that smoked me. She pulls in there at, like, 2 a.m. on, like, a fucking holiday, dude, and they crack her for a DUI. She don't speak no English, so my whole family, like, they're not my family, but you know what I'm saying, them people, like, my grandparents and shit, they were both still alive, like, all these people thinking that she did something wrong by catching a DUI when this pussy ass motherfucker made her drive. Then her ass is like, man, she doesn't need to be married for 3 years, but she thought because she had a kid that, like, what the bam, she made 2.5 years and told this pussy motherfucker, like, yo, Joe, I'll fit divorce your ass. Man, don't you know she was getting 500 a fucking pie, so she would get like, she was getting 500 a clip to run them bitches from Aurora to Chicago. She would take like 3 or 5 bricks at a time, so she's getting 1,500 to 2,500 to drive fucking 25 miles. She working directly for the cartel. Keep some bricks in her closet. Like, Uncle know about it. Oh, he know. He knows so well that he up and called the police on her. Like this was something he just found. Man, shit. They locked her ass up, and DuPage County Jail put a $250,000 bond on her. Guess what? I told you she was plugged with other people. They came and bonded her out. They got her up out of there, right? And put some rules in play for her. Got her back to Mexico, because she literally skipped bond, went back to Mexico. And she's looking at fucking, like, she got caught with, I think, three whole ones. So she's got fucking, you know, a super X felony charge. 3 kilos of cocaine type shit, like trafficking. But she's not talking. So, like, the Mexicans, the cartel straight up told her ass, like, look, we gon' give you $1,000 cash, US dollars, every 2 weeks. They bought her brand new, like, Chevy S10 or Ford F-150, and that's big shit for Mexico. If y'all been to Mexico, y'all know. Like, and this brand new shit, like in like the mid '90s, right? She did. Yeah, I'm gonna get to that, but yeah, okay. So, but like, and she had the kid out here with her, but like they said, you know what I'm saying, like, you did what was right, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody got indicted, nobody got in trouble, you kept mouth shut. We did our part, but like, if ever you go back, because they knew she had a daughter, if ever you go back and something happened to you, we don't know you. We do not know you, right? Man, story gonna get ugly, but she come back about a year later. They got fucking, probably they got federal warrants out for her, marshals and shit, knowing she in Mexico. She slide back, because she's with the tunnels and shit. Like, she's still, this is when like they were still sliding through the border and shit, probably in like the Clinton days or early Bush or something. She slide back though, make it out here to like Plainfield, Illinois. Look it up on a thing. It's a real place, Plainfield, and that's where her brother was, and he's a Mexican dude. And while she was in Mexico, because they're probably trying to figure out what she was going to do, her daughter was still seeing her tío, her uncle, right, which was her brother, again in Plainfield. Nah, she comes across the border and goes to where her brother's. Now she's seeing her daughter. Something happened, word go up. Uncle get to hearing about this shit, and guess what? Yep, he called. They snatched her up, U.S. Marshals, feds, all that shit, whatever. They brought her, maybe not the feds because she went to state prison, but like, she ended up doing like 6.5 years. Went in there not being able to speak any English, came out not being able to speak no Spanish. On my dead homie. On which one? I don't know. I'm Richie. But like, came back then, she did 6 months in ICE, and now if she comes across as 25 years in prison, if she get caught illegally. I tried to marry her. She's not my blood. No es mi sangre. You know what I'm saying? Pero, you know, I was gonna do it just so she could be with her baby, man. That's, you know, su niña. That's like for me. I don't feel like it's right them to be apart like that, because dude's a bitch. So I tried to marry her. Couldn't happen. Spoke with my lawyer, who I'm getting acquainted with, but I don't quite know him that well yet, because that's like another 6 hours down the road in the story. But like, I'm picking up like petty DUIs, and I got my attorney already, and I'm going, you know, I'm on probation, probably something, whatever at this time. But anyways, so yeah, they send her. Dude snitched again. He's the one who snitched on me on the case where they actually came and fucking with the gang task force type shit. Busted my door down on a Thursday. Put like, you know, the charges are relevant. But let's get to the point. So before all this shit happened, there was Jessica, right? Jessica was with me when I was at my peak before I fell off and started getting fucked up. Told y'all I got fucked up, but like, I waited till I like 21, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, you know what I'm saying? Like, the struggle got real when I was like 20-ish, 21 maybe, I don't know, but like she met me when I was like, you know, like up six figures, no less. And she was a dope fiend. She got me hooked on that shit. The fucking long story short, like I somehow Johnny got me away from her after he came back from his boot camp. And God bless him, like he tried so many times to get me away from that bitch, but she was like legit like a witch. Like all these girls I end up being with, like they're all fucking evil, dude. Like, and y'all say it right. Like I don't know what it is, but like I mean they're all bad, right? Like every girl I've ever been with has been like just like terrible to me. And like I don't think I'm that bad of a person, but anyway, so like we'll continue. Like so the way like I get away from her after like a year and a half. I've gone to the county jail like 3 times already, and this is probably the summer of '06. I went to the county jail like 5 times. I spent like fucking 9 out of 12 months in the county jail, Cook County, before I went to prison for anything, because I steady got getting popped on the west side, you know, copping dope and shit like that. And then like dumb shit and dumb shit and dumb shit. But so I finally get away from the bitch that like I even got like got locked up over her one time. Long story short, I can only make this video for another fucking 2 minutes because it runs out at 40 minutes because I have no space on my phone. So I just gotta tell you all this part. Long story short, this bitch, I get away from Jessica, right? And I get away from her and I get a call, you know, like a month and a half later, and it's Jessica. And I'm like, what? What's up? Fuck you calling about? She's like, I didn't want to bother you, but I had to tell you something. Well, what's up? I'm like 20, right? Maybe 21. Went to the bar, and she's like, I'm not. They say she ain't drinking. Bitch told me she's pregnant. I ain't know any better, you know what I'm saying? I believed her, so I got back with her. Long story short, now I get her pregnant, right? At the age of 20, she's 27, I get her pregnant. And here's what like this all started from. Why I can't have a child type thing, I think, is where this all stemmed from. Because Jessica then did get pregnant. This one I actually know for sure did. And like, man, she was smoking crack, shooting dope. I think it might be the only female I ever put my hands on. I backhanded her in the fucking bathroom when I seen her hitting her like crack pipe. I'm like, the fuck, man. She ended up getting an abortion, right? She ended up getting an abortion, amongst many other things. I just have to wrap it up right here before this thing dies, right? But like, she ends up getting an abortion, and because of my heart, I'm knowing that's the worst thing that I could have ever allowed. I was so fucked up I didn't know, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just, whatever, you know. Because of that shit, I feel like God is like, been like, because you gave up what you could have had, like, the one fucking, man, I don't deserve a child because I let one be killed, man. And the female talking about my body, my choice. Man, fuck that, dude. Like, you get pregnant, you own that shit, man. No matter what. I mean, I don't want to speak like too, like whatever, like, because in some instances you got raped. I don't know, but like, look, man, you consensually had sex, you got a child, you own that shit. I got 1 minute. Look, so like, and I didn't at the age of 20. I ain't been with like, I'm not gonna say a number of girls, but I say that I've been out here for 20 something years since that happened. And I was locked up for about 5 or 7 of them. And like every time you come out, like you shooting even harder. So like, bottom line, I still have never gotten, and I've never used like any type of like protection. I still ain't never knocked nobody up recently because I don't know. I think there's a reason I think there's a reason, but it's because, well, I think it's because of what I did ultimately. I got to 40. Okay, so exactly like 30 seconds. Anyway, so I'm tired. I gotta go lay down. I gotta figure out work for tomorrow and shit. I'm gonna upload this shit, man, because I think some of y'all might want to hear it. And I just kind of tweaked. It all started with hearing an old song, man, but that's sometimes all it takes. But that's memory lane tonight. And like, no, none of it's cap, man. I don't lie. Man, I remember everything about my life. One day, if I wrote a book, it'd be interesting, type shit. But like, until then, it's whatever, man. I feel like that was like it was nice for me to get that out because I ain't spoke to y'all like that in a minute, and that's for like the ones I really fuck with. Y'all know who you is, so I look shit finna cut out in like 5 seconds. But much love, man. I'm gonna fuck with y'all soon.